Glad to have you with us from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. The postseason rolls on today with the Cure Bowl. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Buffalo Bulls. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, Coach Kirby Smart told me, he said these kind of matchups are always fun when he's going against a former Nick Saban assistant. As you know, they have a pretty famous text chain of guys who came up under Coach. They have some similarities, but they have some differences. What I do know, it's always a good game when these guys match up. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Buffalo Bulls offense will take the field first. And out there ready to hunt is this terrific linebacking core.
And that matchup with this running back versus these linebackers is a lot of fun. David, one thing talking to the defense this week is that they take pride in stopping the run. And these linebackers told us in meetings, this guy has not seen a defense like us, and they definitely have not played a linebacking unit as athletic as we are. We are looking to make a statement in this one by shutting this guy down.
And I love the confidence of the young guys, and I love the confidence of this defense, and they got some swag. But make no mistake, this running back is good, and this might be the best guy that they've seen, so can he make plays? Can he make those guys miss and still be the engine of this offense? We've got a tremendous matchup today.
Could be an alley. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's right. Looking down the middle. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shelton. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Right back to the well, and they'll knock him down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Here's a little room there. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Man, 3rd and long, and this defense is thinking pass, pass, pass. Offense, nice job. They sneak a run in there, kind of catch them off guard. Quarterback keeps the football, gets some yardage, and now makes this 4th down more manageable.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. The Bulldogs offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. One of the games within the game that we've been looking forward to all week. How will he handle this star cornerback on the other side of the ball? The RPO, it's complete. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bid up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to pass, it's Stockton. Get it out on the screen. Could not make his way to the corner.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Here's a give to Frazier. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Frazier. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Right on the money. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick release on the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. 3rd down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit, because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff for Frazier. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Stockton. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Lost a throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running more, throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback keep. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. The option, the keeper. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got a man. It's Frazier. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the 1st down. Great job, great read.
Now from inside the red zone. Completes it in the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fit it in the window for the score.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the 1st half, they score a touchdown, and here in the first 4 minutes of the 2nd half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high, but this is one of those areas situationally in the game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. It's 1st down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, several notable storylines there, and a 1st half of a Cure Bowl that absolutely had its moments. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Cure Bowl.
The Bulls will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. There he goes! Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right. He sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
On 1st down, Nate Frazier. Maybe some room here. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The officials will stop play as the training staff comes out to look at this injured bull. That is their junior defensive end, and they hope he's just rattled momentarily. Holly Rowe will update his condition in a bit. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
The Bulldogs line it up with a 1st and goal. Off play action. Complete. He's going for the goal line. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
2nd and goal coming up. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On the delay, it's Shelton. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Quick completion to the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's right. They go to the wide receiver screen. Could not make his way to the corner.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the 1st down. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Works the middle. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
The throw. That's reeled in. It's Frazier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Williams open on the right side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. He wants to throw it again. Fires on the move. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Georgia sends out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's got it again. Might have a chance. Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Got a man, it's Simmons. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
He's going to take off. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wants to throw. It's right. Floats it out in space. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Bulls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on first down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking for room, it's Shelton. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Here's a heat. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He caught it. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5. The Bulls use their first timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Flips it out on the screen. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they closed to within 10, down 17-7. They took it 71 yards down the field, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here's a give to Frazier. Inside the 25. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down. That ought to do it and should send this team into the offseason feeling good about winning a postseason game.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game, and Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball even when you know it's coming. And in that situation where you just need 1 first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.